No matter how hard you press, the lead in this mechanical pencil will not break, and it took 5 years to build because it was a problem nobody thought was worth solving. In 2009, Zebra's engineering team started looking at how students actually use mechanical pencils. They went into classrooms and cram schools across Japan and just watched. What they found out was that everyone writes differently. Some hold the pen almost vertical, some tilt it way to the side, some press hard, some press light. And in Japanese, the stops and flicks in each character change the pressure and angle constantly, way more than in English. All of those differences meant there was no single reason lead breaks. It breaks in dozens of ways depending on who's holding the pen and what they're writing. That made the problem incredibly hard to solve. The team came up with over 60 different mechanism ideas. They prototyped most of them, and then they hit a wall. Nothing worked well enough. The project was shelved. 3 years later, they came back to it. This time, they landed on a system with 2 springs inside the tip. When pressure comes from straight above, one spring pushes the lead up and absorbs the force. When pressure comes from an angle, like when you're writing fast or pressing hard on a curve, a metal sleeve shoots out from the tip and wraps around the lead to protect it. Those 2 mechanisms work together automatically. The pen reads the angle and force in real time and adjusts which spring does what. To get the balance right, they tested over 100 different spring combinations. Then they brought in 50 people to write with the prototypes and picked the version that felt the most natural. They called it the DelGuard. The packaging said, "No more breaking." Internally, people pushed back on that. What if someone's lead breaks and they complain? But the engineers had the data. 3 clicks of lead or less under any normal writing condition and it would not break. They printed it anyway. It sold 10 million units in its first 2 years, one of the best-selling mechanical pencils in Japan in decades. But the moment that stuck with the team came later. They got a letter from someone with a hand disability. They said every mechanical pencil they'd ever use broke constantly until the DelGuard. For the first time, they could write cleanly. The team never designed it for that. They built it for students cramming for exams. But when you solve a problem that everyone else gave up on, sometimes the people who need it the most are the ones you never expected.